Let's talk about the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And let's talk about the human body system. Two important things. As a human being, you have to know and understand how it operates, the definitions and the operations of each of them. So, as a basic information or as a basic knowledge, you will know and you will understand that everything that is built or created has to be tested before it could go out into the ground. You will all agree with that. You can't just create something out of nowhere or think of an idea and just leave it out for the community to use without you being testing it as the owner of that idea which you've just created. That is just the basic principle of a new idea or of a new product. You have to test that product. How does it operate? Is it efficient? Is it friendly? Something like that. So we have this thing that we have just created, that God has just created, this body that was just created. It has two brains, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And there is a bridge between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, because these two has to communicate, has to work together, because the conscious mind represents the man, the physical world, and the subconscious mind represents the unseen world, the spiritual world. God chose it for himself. Okay, no one told you this. I'm just telling you right now. He chose the subconscious mind as a place for him to rest. That's why he left the command. Okay. Created this whole body system, gives it a brain. Brain is for thinking, for thoughts. Conscious mind for taking in information, processing. And then the subconscious mind is to take in what has just been processed, what is useful or what is to be true or to be of belief or as a habit, and create it as a habit, because once you believe, that means that is the way you're going to live. If you believe you have to wake up at 4 a.m., going to process that, and then the subconscious mind is going to wake you up every day at 4 a.m. You're together. Are we still together? Okay, let me continue. So, God has to communicate with man. The voice from the Garden of Eden or from the wilderness was coming from the subconscious mind. God was speaking to Adam through the subconscious mind. The voice was coming from the subconscious mind to the conscious mind. Now you will know, or you will have to understand, or you have to learn that everything is processed by the brain. This is the headquarters, this is the office for everything. That is why you damage this brain. You can't even taste. You can't even focus. You can't even see. You can't even hear, because you've just damaged your brain. You cannot process. You can't process. I'm telling you so you understand the operation or the responsibility of a brain is to process. The conscious mind takes that symbol, it processes it. Oh, it's a number. Where is that coming from? It's coming from the subconscious mind. Someone told you that this is a number, and you heard someone else telling you that this is a number, and then the subconscious mind wrote it down as a number, as a symbol, as a letter, as a word. Someone told you your name, that you are this certain person with this certain surname, and then you stored it in the subconscious mind, because it is hard to manipulate. The subconscious mind is hard to manipulate. Doesn't change that easily. Habits doesn't change that easily. It takes time. If you want to change yourself, it will take time, because you have to adjust with the subconscious mind. You cannot just stop smoking, you cannot just stop drinking, you cannot just stop being in a relationship and just move on. The mind has to process it and give you a certain environment you're going to live with. This is a human body. Anything. It's a human body system. It operates, it got rules, it got responsibilities, it got duties, everything got duties. Nothing from this body is a decoration. Two brains representing the conscious mind, representing for the man, and the subconscious mind representing the invisible world, the spiritual world, God, heaven. Okay? I want you to understand the human body system, how it works, what is it, why was it built this way, how it's built. So we can get into the point of the fruit from the knowledge of good and evil, which is not actually a real fruit, this is not actually a real tree. But the Bible chose to reference it as a tree just because it has potentials to plant something that is not there. Oh my God. It's a fruit because the fruit got seeds. It got the potential to plant something that is not there. You can't actually take a seed and say, oh, I've got a tree of an apple. Why is looking at a seed? You can't actually claim that this is a tree, an apple tree, whilst you are holding the seed of that apple. Because there is potential, there is manifestation in it to build something big. So the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil is not a real fruit. It was a metaphorical way to put it down. So God commands this body that He has just built. Okay, I'm in the subconscious mind. You are in the conscious mind. I'm going to speak direct to you through the subconscious mind. I'm going to be on the subconscious, or I'm on the subconscious mind. I'm going to speak you direct to the conscious mind. Okay? Now, I've just chosen this path for you. As I'm living from heaven, as I'm off from heaven, as I'm angelic, as I'm good. I've just chose this path for you. Because I know the evil and I know the good. I know what's good for you. I know what's bad for you. Now, you have to choose for yourself. My rights. You have to choose for yourself. I've chosen for you as a parent to choose certain paths for your children, but then the child has to choose for himself. So Adam was given the choice, but was not given all the options or all the answers or the knowledge, because you will have to remember that Adam didn't grow as a kid. He was just created as this whole big body system. Just given one command, okay. Just please don't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Which is, we are going to put it in the right way, in the truthful way, or in the practical way. Don't sleep with Eve. Because Eve got the potential to plant something to you that is not there. How? Once you sleep with a woman, the path between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, the path between human, a man, and God is cut down. Now the man doesn't vibrate in a high frequency level. He's going to vibrate in a low frequency level because now you are average. You are not a God. While you are operating on a high frequency level, you are going to be God because you are operating on a high frequency level. And once you sleep with a woman, you are going to vibrate low. You are going to be conscious. 7 body chakras. You are dropping your crown as a God, as a prince. As my son. And you're dropping all those body chakras. You don't even have a root chakra. You just don't know who you are. Just don't know anything. Now you're going to learn everything. Going to think. You're going to experience everything. Whereas right now we are a crown. We are a king. That's why you don't have to work. But once you choose to be human, now you have to work for everything. You have to sweat. You have to eat everything from the ground. Whereas, whilst you're operating on a high frequency level, you're going to be God. Gods don't work. Gods just live forever. Gods are immortal. They don't get sick. They don't die. Time doesn't hold them. Because even time is an illusion. Time doesn't exist in the invisible world, in the spiritual world. Time doesn't exist. There is no tomorrow. There is no today. There is no yesterday. That is why God lives forever without aging, because there is no time in heaven. You'll have to understand this as a person living in a human body system, how it works, the power behind it, the power behind you. If you understand these powers, you're going to say a word and then it's going to happen just because you're vibrating high. You are a God. Whatever you say, everything gotta listen because you are God. Without you, it doesn't exist. High frequency, low frequency. High vibration, low vibration.